Hi, it's Mike Stanford again, author of the new book, Leadership Transition: How Leaders Turn Chaos into Growth. This is video 2 of 5 videos that I'll be doing to explain the book and the thinking that I feature in the book. In this video, I want to explain the importance for leaders of having a sense of orientation. When we talk about the leader's compass, the 4 narratives we need to be clear about in our lives and in our leadership, we can think of the orientation as the north point of the compass. Another way to think about our orientation in life and in leadership is, what is the difference I want to make? What's the impact I want to have on the people around me, on the organization around me? It's the way things can be different and better because of my influence. You can think of orientation as purpose, as what gives you meaning in your life or in your leadership. In post-trauma growth clinical research, they talk about the importance of having a philosophy of life. Just as important for leaders to have a philosophy of leadership. A way to think about the challenge that is worthy of their time when it comes to their leadership. Having a sense of orientation gives us 3 things. It gives us focus, it gives us resilience, and it gives us a sense of meaning, all 3 of which are critical for leaders who are trying to shape the chaos around them. 3 things to keep in mind as you're thinking about your orientation. First, orientation isn't about numbers. It's not about the normal key performance indicators. It's really about what is the good story of your leadership as you want to tell it. It's also good to be very concrete when you think about your orientation. It's also difficult to be concrete, but the more concrete you can get when you think about the distinct and unique difference you want to make through your leadership, the more likely it is that your orientation will guide you in a useful way. And the third thing to keep in mind when you think about your orientation is it's useful to be metaphorical. It's useful to think of your orientation not just in cognitive terms, but also in terms of character and story and the kinds of heroes that can make a difference. If you think of yourself in heroic terms and your leadership in heroic terms. One client talks about wanting to be Captain America, guiding all the superheroes around them so that they use their superhero powers for the good of the world and good of the organization. Another client talks about the need to unleash energy in the organization and in the people around them. In my work, I think about my orientation to help leaders walk on stormy waters. So to help them manage the chaos outside of them by managing the chaos inside of them. All of those are useful ways to use metaphor as a way of thinking about who you are as a leader and the difference you want to make, the difference that's most meaningful for you. So that's the north point of the leader's compass, orientation. In the next video, I'll talk about the south point, which is our roots.